Hello and welcome to the concluding part of our discussion on safety as a value for businesses. If you've missed the part one and two, you can watch it on the same channel. My name is Akim and I want to say thanks for joining. Kindly like this video and share with others to learn. Also, it would be great if you can click on the subscribe button to get more notifications when we have new videos out. So thank you, and then we get rolling. I'll be concluding with sharing a few ideas on what you can do to improve your safety culture in your organization. So the first, I would say, align your safety policies with other organizational policies. So, like I mentioned in the part two, and also some in the part one, make sure that the HR team is aware of your safety policies. Ask the HR team how you can help them impact on their recruitment. Ask the maintenance team. Ask the supply chain team. The operations team. Talk to everybody. See how safety policy can be applied across all departments. So that's how you align your safety policies across. Get the leadership buy-in while you're getting this done. That is also important. Management should be visible to workers, and when they are visible, they should reflect good safety practices. So they're on the floor, which is good, they're visible, but they should wear the PPE like safety shoes or glasses or hard hats or coveralls, like it's required on the floor. Not like because he's a plant manager, he's still exposed to the same risks and hazards, right? So being visible and reflecting good practices will just work to help you improve your health and safety culture. Will make people feel that yes, these leaders really care and they also participate in health and safety. Management should actively participate in all safety meetings at all levels. So even if you're speaking to the guys on the shop floor, the guys in the workshop, the drivers, whoever, leadership team should actively participate. Even if it's not all of them, a few of them should be there with you so people will see that leadership, you've got the leadership support, you've got the leadership commitment. Management, you see, I'm talking about management because it's important to start from the top. Management should strive to ensure that the workers can work with zero hazard, and also they can go through the work without getting any injury. That's zero injuries within the within the workplace. So just letting workers to get the assurance that you can come from home, do your work safely, and go back every day safe. Super important. That's just the story. Bring together people from different departments and groups to discuss project-related safety strategies. So always make sure that if you have a management of change program in place, that people can be involved, discuss safety within their different departments. That aligns with our number one point. Reinforce safety through trainings. Super important. Training. You cannot train people enough. Training, refresher training in every opportunity. Make sure that you are enforcing safety through all these trainings. Make sure safety is discussed at all scheduled meetings. So all scheduled meetings, I'm talking about all formal meetings. There's a safety topic. There's safety moment or there's safety topic to discuss. For informal meetings, you may decide not to include safety topics or the safety moment, but if you can, means your safety culture has really moved up to the next level. Create an incentive structure that promotes and rewards safety processes, not just the outcomes. So when you're engaging people and you're giving them incentives, make sure that you're trying to let them know that this is just to be a part of the safety program. This is to motivate you to be participate actively in health and safety programs, not just when there's an outcome, or not just when we get 4 years without lost time injury, or 3 years without lost time, or 10 years without lost time injury. Let it be a program that rewards how people do their jobs every day. When you're doing your incident investigation, make sure you conduct them in a blame-free manner. Make sure you train your workers or the leaders that will be leading incident investigation to remove the blame factor, because once you begin to put in the blame factor, you begin to bring in bias, and people will begin to be afraid or worried about reporting or getting giving you the real story. So look at the root causes, look at the causal factors, try as much as possible to make it blame free. Incorporate safety leadership into supervisory evaluations. I always advise make sure that you, if you can, with the help of your HR and your senior leadership team, that you include safety expectations in the annual appraisal or the appraisal program for your organization. This would help people to be more responsible and more committed towards doing health and safety activities. And this, at the end of the day, you will see them begin to participate, even without being pushed. Make sure your supervisors are well trained, not just only on health and safety, but also on other leadership skills. This helps them not only to be technically good or fit for the job, but also be very good leaders, and that will help them to be very good safety leaders also within the organization. So that's you see, I'm talking about supervisors because they are very much responsible for health and safety on so many levels. Provide and encourage workers, an anonymous suggestion, opportunity to process to be able to report near misses, unsafe conditions, or safety incidents. It's super important, like I mentioned. Sometimes some workers are shy, they can't talk, or they are worried. When they're anonymous, they are able to talk to you, and you need the discussion. You need them to share what they feel, their perception. That's what you need the most. If they can put their names, super good. If they don't, you still want the information from them, right? You need to also create a joint health and safety committee. So the committee comprises of the workers and the management. I always advise, even though if you don't have a very good process, that you have more worker participation than the leaders. But it's super important because you want to hear how the workers feel. You want people to represent them. So make sure you create that kind of opportunity for them to be able to voice out their health and safety concerns. Ensure you put in a process to help implement accountability for health and safety at all levels. So that's what we call the just culture. I'm going to be talking about it a lot today, but it's important that there's an accountability, a press for accountability for health and safety across all levels, and it's consistent. This gives people the assurance that they are not witch hunted or they are not picked on when you're dealing with health and safety issues. Then it's also important, that we obtain feedback from workers. How you do this is by periodic surveys. Also touch base with workers during the day. Also do informal interviews, even formal interviews. So when you're doing your workshops or your meetings, you get feedback from your workers. From joint health and safety committee meetings, you get feedback from workers. It's super important for this feedback. Feedback is important, and also reaching out to them and sharing feedback. I'll conclude by saying I would suggest you do periodic assessments and to check the health, how your culture is growing and how it's developing, and how you also check how it's aligning with the values across the organization, values such as productivity, reducing cost, HR, supply chain, and the rest. It's super important so that you know how you're impacting on health and safety culture and how people are responding, including your colleagues and the leaders in the organization. If you have questions or you want to contact me for more info, I'll be glad if you can drop your comments in the comment section. I would like to say thank you again for watching this concluding part of our topic, improving the health and safety culture and making it a value for businesses. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next topic. Have a great day. Bye.